Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune into U3 Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a guest tonight, Mr. 21K, the owner of Overtime Hustling Magazine, and the co-owner of Turk Tales, and a lot of other stuff. We're gonna get into that later on. What up? What up? What it do?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, man. You inspire a lot of people. I know you definitely inspire me. You don't even know it, but you inspire a lot of people with the work that you do. So let's get into your magazine and everything that you do. What made you want to start a magazine? How'd you get started into doing that?
I started the magazine basically as a graphic designer for another magazine. Um, and really, I just thought I could do it myself. So I tried to put out an issue. Everybody loved it, and I kept going with it.
Oh, so you do graphics too?
Yeah, I started off doing graphics, mixtape covers, flyers, logos,
Nice.
things of that nature.
Okay, I like that. That's dope. Okay. And then what made you start the podcast? What made you branch off? Because you added on to your magazine.
Well, with the podcast, me and my partner, Bottom Dollar, we ended up launching that uh, about 12 weeks ago. Um, Really, we wanted a way where we could connect with the readers and the listeners, but every week, as opposed to every month or every other month with the magazine.
Yeah.
Um, and with COVID going on, it just kind of worked out fine. Everybody's schedules linked up, and you know, Zoom became popping, I guess. So
Yeah.
that
It
worked out.
has. I've definitely been using it, so I know, I understand.
Yeah.
So I know earlier you told me that you do a little bit of artist management.
Yeah, I also do artist management. I have about 3 artists right now that I work with. I got Freezes Christ out of New Jersey. I got King OG. He's out of Compton, California. And then right now I'm working with Bottom Dollar, who's also the host of Turf Tales. I'm getting his new project out. So
How did you
trying to
pick
build
these
a little
artists,
roster.
or did they pick you?
They all came differently, really. So Freezes, we ended up having a job together that we worked at, and then he found out I did the magazine. I found out he did music. We did some events together, and we just kind of built a relationship from there. King OG, he does production as well as he's an amazing rapper. So we had linked on the production tip, and really from there, I just offered him the opportunity to be a part of the team. He became a part of the team, and I've just been kind of managing him ever since. And with Dollar, it's kind of something new. He's getting back into the music, so me having the connections and I guess the outlets that I have, it just made sense.
Are you looking to work with more artists, or you like those 3 artists that you have right now?
Uh, I like the 3 artists I have now. If another artist came to the table, they would have to be, I guess, a little bit more set up on their own.
Yeah.
Just because artist management, I have no problem doing it. It just takes so much time, So um, yeah.
Yeah, you say busy already. You get the magazine, the turtles. You do the mixtapes, the clothing line. You're like one busy person. So how do you manage all that? Because you do
Um,
stay busy.
it's all about having a team, really.
Yeah.
I used to up until recently, I didn't really have a team. Um, we had some people who helped out, but they weren't really worth that much, I guess. More of a headache than a help, really. But
Yeah.
once I kind of sat down with everybody and realized the direction everybody wanted to go into, it just kind of fell together. So the team I got around me now, they definitely help out. If I'm working on one thing, I can rely on them to go do something completely different and not have to ask them to do it, or even present the idea to them. They just know, okay, cool, I'm gonna go do this.
You are from New York. You said you're from Florida, but you live in New York now. So how is the music scene different from Florida than New York, since you've been in both places?
Um, well, where I grew up in Florida, Fort Myers, the music scene was, I guess, like real southern.
Yeah.
I would describe it. And then moving up to upstate New York. A lot of people don't know about upstate New York until recently, but it's very lyrical. You have groups like Griselda, Benny and Conway, Westside Gun. They come out of upstate New York. You also got groups like The Claw, Mav Montana,
Yeah.
Briggs. They come out of New York, and basically everything they put out is just gas. You know, they flow on everything, and it's more lyrics driven up here than it is down there.
Okay, I like that. That is true. I agree with that. It's more lyrical up there in New York. Do you bring some of that New York flavor to your magazine? I noticed that it's very street.
The magazine is pretty well rounded. A lot of people, believe it or not, they think I'm from California because I'm
I actually thought you were too. Well, not really. Maybe some issues I thought you were, but most issues I was like, okay, he has to be from the East Coast a little bit.
Yeah, we had to kind of balance it out because the first couple issues were almost strictly West Coast. That's just even growing up in Florida and being from New York. Like I've always had an admiration for West Coast music. So, you know, when I put out the magazine, I really wanted to focus on that because I noticed there was no other magazine at the time catering to the West Coast. And just over the years, we kind of evolved and became more well-rounded. And, you know, we got, I think, like 32 states in there right now out of 50. So.
Nice. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. What advice do you have for anybody who wants to start their own business? Especially for the younger generation who wants to.
Be prepared to invest. I think the biggest thing people don't do is invest in themselves. And, you know, a lot of artists want, or not even artists, just a lot of entrepreneurs want stuff handed to them, or they see somebody else do it and just think, okay, cool, they've been doing it for 6 months, they got this, I could do the same. And a lot of people just don't see the hours that go into it and all the work that goes into it. So be prepared to have a lot of sleepless nights and invest.
I agree with that 100%. There's a lot of stuff I started head first and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
It made me want to take a step back, but I still push forward with it. So I like that. Your name, 21K, is that like a nickname? Someone gave it to you?
21K, actually, that came from high school when I was on the football team as a freshman. Growing up in Fort Myers, Deion Sanders was like one of my favorite athletes. So when the number 21 became available, I definitely took it right away. And at that time, I wanted to start a clothing business. I had a home ec teacher who would actually let me make clothes all the time in her class and then go sell them throughout the school. So I needed a name, and I just came up with 21K Clothing at the time. That evolved into 21K Designs, and then I dropped the designs and the clothing, and people just call me 21K.
Nice. So do you still make clothes like that?
We make the clothing now, but it's the OTH clothing. So we have hoodies, we do customized shoes, we do hats, basically anything, jerseys. Like this jersey right here, we're going to be releasing these soon. We got a Lakers jersey that we're going to be releasing soon. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us where we can check out you, all your work, and everything that you do.
You can check out the Overtime Hustling Instagram page. It's overtimehustling_CEO. You can also check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/Overtime Hustling. Twitter, just @Overtime Hustling, and Facebook.com/Overtime Hustling. We also got our website, which should be up mid-July, and that's going to be overtimehustling.com.
Okay, nice. I thought you already had a website.
We do, but
are you revamping it?
Yeah, with everything else I was doing, I just kind of wanted to give it a new look. So
okay. That's
good.
We always need a new look here and there. I like that.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to get in your magazine, if they want to get on your mixtape, if they want to be a guest on your podcast, how can they do that?
They can hit any of the social media links that I just gave you. They could also email me at overtimehustling@gmail.com. And basically, just for artists, just be ready, so like have a bio ready, have a press kit ready, have links to previous work ready, and and you'll definitely probably get a quicker response than if you just, send me a message and say, hey, I want to be in the magazine.
I agree with that. Have your stuff ready. I like that. Well, thank you, 21K, for stopping by U3. I've been wanting to have you on my show a long time. I've just been busy trying to get everything together. So, like I said, you inspired me to start my own magazine. It is not easy. It's not. So I commend you for doing it. It is not easy. So thank you. And thank you for supporting U3, because you always send me dope artists. And, that's how I find out a lot of dope artists through you. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate you.
Definitely.
Keep doing what you do. Do not give up. Just keep going.
Yeah.
And this is your girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond. We are signing out.